Like I say, I really wanted to get into and sit down with y'all on this case in Dallas. Man, what you think about this case, man?
I mean, something's not adding up. I mean, I know that much.
Yeah, I mean, when you really look at all of it, right? I mean, just being honest. As they start, giving out information, like I said last week, I gave a little bit of misinformed information. I did a lot of research on it, but it came back, it was false. That picture of Botham and supposedly the police officer that was floating around last week, it wasn't her in that picture. We can all clearly see that. So that's why I started, the show. I always like to, retract and make sure that I clear up anything that I may say wrong, because I feel like I do a lot of research on it. But as the new evidence started coming out, man, it's like you say, man, something's not right about this. The first thing that I took a look at was the fact that, okay, she stayed on the fourth, he stayed on the fourth floor, she stayed on the third. Okay, did she take an elevator? Did she take the stairs? Did she take the stairs? I mean, something would say, man, I'm either walking too far or I'm riding too far, or I pushed the wrong button. You would get off. Once again, and this is a cop. She's trained on a lot of different things. And these are obvious. These are obvious, even when you look at the fact that he had a red mat in front of his door.
I mean, like I said, something's not adding up. Even the fact that, from what I heard, the officer took a blood alcohol test and the test is still not released. I mean, if it was a negative test, we know they would have released it, by now. I mean, I would think, and the fact that they're bringing up he had marijuana in his apartment. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody listening to this show knows somebody who smokes marijuana. I mean, messing with marijuana don't make you a bad person.
No.
I mean, not at all. And I mean, they're trying to smear his character. That you see what's going on. Something's not adding up, and I mean, I wouldn't be surprised as always if she gets off, and I mean, with a little slap on the wrist and go missing somewhere, and before you know it, she's a police officer somewhere else, and then you hear about her 10 years from now, based off this case, doing something else. I mean, it is what it is, and like my guy Glover says, this is America.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, and I sit back and I talk to a few people here and there about it, and I tell them all the time, man. I mean, if they let the average white cop, male, get away. I mean, I hate to say it in America, just being honest about it. And like I said before, I'm gonna take a different approach on some topics, and be a little bit more upfront and honest about it. But this is a white girl in America. I mean, you can already tell how it is when a white girl in America goes missing and anybody else goes missing. So once again, if you have these white male cops that, can get away with this on tape, I'm pretty sure they're going to fight a little bit hard for a white girl cop. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I mean, and people can say, that sounds a little racist. This is fact-based. I mean, when you have stuff that's fact-based, I mean, you have to kind of, take the racial tone out and look at it and say, hey, okay, even if we weren't colored, this is still fact. This is what happens, just as well with the girl that went missing in Iowa a few weeks ago and they found her after a month being missing. Man, they raised like $200,000 for this girl, man.
Yeah, I mean,
$200,000, and they had a guy here, he was missing for like 4 or 5 days, and it took like a week for it to make it to TV that he was missing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there was no kind of Amber Alert or nothing like that. When some people go missing, they call it an Amber Alert. When some people go missing, they don't even care. I mean, and that's the tone that America has regressed, totally back to. There used to be a time where, you could possibly get on, but now it's almost as if it's just another one. But with this case right here, there's something wrong about this, man. This is going to be big, because Dallas is, there's a large African-American population, minority population. So that's always going to play in a factor. But this cop, I don't know, man. This is a sticky situation to once again be in. We're here again. And now this person is saying that they saw a silhouette. Well, based on, when you look at the apartment, outside of the doors are lit up.
Mm-hmm.
So how is it that when you open the door, light doesn't automatically flow into the apartment? It would flow into the apartment, so it would illuminate the apartment.
I mean, she didn't even open the door. The guy opened the door according to, you know, the eyewitnesses or whatever
Yeah.
they heard, and they're saying that the door, now they're trying to say that the door wasn't closed, and I mean, we've seen on social media and on Facebook, you know, all of the reasons why, you know, it was a self-locking security door.
It pull itself
It would pull
closed.
itself closed. So I mean, and we saw that on a video from someone who lived in those apartments herself. So, I mean, at the end of the day, we see what they're trying to do. I don't know who they are exactly, but I know they aren't on the defensive side.
Yeah, they're not on the other side. Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, it's tough that this is the same state that Sandra Rose went missing in. I mean, you know, not missing, but, you know, that something happened to her. We don't know what happened, but, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, if she get off, she get a smack on the hand, and everything is all good.
I hope she doesn't, you know, cause
We all hope she don't.
I hope she don't, man, cause like I said, it's so much evidence. I mean, and this is gonna tell a lot. You know what I'm saying about.
At the end of the day, she was off shift.
Yeah.
According to the blood alcohol testing not being released, I'm led to believe that she had some alcohol in her system. She was under the influence. We're hearing all these rumors about her and the guy dating. Both of them, and like I said, they're trying to smear his character. This guy graduated from college with a degree in accounting and management or something like that. He was a good guy. I mean, if you checked his Facebook, you see he got blacks just as well as white women and men, you know, giving them shouts out, telling them they loved them. I seen one where, you know, it was like I want to say his best friend was a white lady. I mean, so we know he wasn't, you know, racist or anything like that. Like I said, I'm just led to believe something went on and it was personal. Like they said, her apartment is directly under his, and she has called in about some noise complaints before. I mean, we know they knew each other.
This wasn't their first time running
right, this
into
wasn't
each
their
other.
first encounter.
That's definitely.
We definitely know that.
Yeah.
And she said that when the reports first came out, it was saying that the officer Guyton is their name, Amber Guyton. She said that she thought she went into her apartment and then someone was there to kill her or whatnot. I mean, come on, man. That's where your mind immediately went to. You're a trained officer. You thought someone was waiting in your apartment to kill you, so you upped it and emptied your clip. I mean,
she shot him twice, but it's crazy. Once again, I mean, like I say, all the stories are changing.
Oh, so it was 2 times she
shot him. She ended up hitting him twice, and I think once maybe. She shot twice and hit him once. But I mean, and like I say, a lot of that part I don't really get into because the man's dead.
Right. Period.
You know,
I don't care if
it
she
doesn't
shot
matter how you did
or
it.
20 times.
He's not here no more. Yeah, but I mean, it's just something like I say.
At the end of the day, man, America is going to a bad place, and I don't know if it got anything to do with the president or what. But when you're a black man and you know, I don't want any dealings with the police. Like, man, I know people who've been robbed and don't call the police.
Yeah.
They don't want to deal with the police. Like, it's sad. Like the police, like you would think that the police would do something. You know, some more community policing, like to let people know that you know they're okay. You know, dude, like you can't be in your own apartment. Like, I don't give a damn because he had some marijuana in his apartment. Like I said, I'm pretty sure everybody listening to this show knows somebody or got a family member or somebody who indulges in a little marijuana every now and then.
And that does not make him a bad person.
Let me tell you something. Alcohol do you way worse than marijuana. I mean, I'm just leave it at that. But, I mean, you trying to bring up what he had in his apartment? I mean, because they can't find nothing on his record.
Yeah.
He's an outstanding citizen. You know, he worked. You know, he paid taxes. You know, I mean.
But what else do you want? What else do you want a man to do?
He can't do nothing.
You know,
I can't be in my house.
And that's where you say,
I'm not safe in my house.
It's a trust thing. You know, they want to be trusted, but every time you look up, something like this happens. It turns trust. It throws it out the window. I mean, there's no way that, once again, if a man of that caliber can die in his own home, I mean, what is everyone else to think? Just really look at it. What am I to think?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's sad, but we as black men have to train ourselves on how are we going to act and react when we encounter an officer.
Yeah.
It's rough, dude. I mean, you can't run.
Yeah.
I mean, you just, I don't know.
I mean, the thing is,
they want to take your dignity. You gotta bow down. You gotta yes sir, no sir. You gotta kiss the ground and worship him like a god to make sure you go home.
And that's the thing. Even when you said that, right? I know. I thought of it. See, a lot of people when they get pulled over by the police, they think of ways of getting out of a ticket. Black men, we think of ways of staying alive.
It's a sad situation.
We all in the same thing together, right? And I want people to understand that a lot. Most people think of ways of getting out of a ticket. We think of ways of just staying alive.
I'm gonna pay this ticket.
We'll take this ticket.
Yeah, I'll take this ticket.
Hand me this ticket.
I just want to go home to my wife and kids.
Yes, sir. Hand me this ticket. Hand me this ticket. I don't have nothing else to say. I'm not gonna get attitude. You can say it's like you say we have to get stepped on in order to go home.
It ain't no almost like.
You know.
You know
Yeah.
what's going on. I mean, and the
Big
sad
mouth
thing
back there.
is, the thing is, like I said, I mean, you got people out here, and I'm not gonna name no colors or nothing, but we know what's going on and who it is. If you would have cooperated, he would still be alive, or it would have went this way or that way. Man, you see those officers, escalating the situation.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be trained in de-escalation.
Yeah.
Like, an officer is supposed to have a better temperament than me.
Yeah.
Like, I train myself on how to react and act when I'm encountered with an officer.
Yeah.
I have a 7-year-old son. We've talked about how to act and react.
Yeah.
What's so sad is, man, you know my son.
Yeah.
If he see the police, he is gone. The police go left, he going right. He's 7 years old. That's a sad situation, man, because, I mean, we don't feel safe with them.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather handle my business myself than put the police in it.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. I feel for the brother and his family, both of them. Period, point blank.
Yeah, prayers to the family.
Amber Guyton, she's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have no ill will against her or anything, but I mean, we know she's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
History tells us
That
she's gonna be all right.
And that's what I don't like. Once again, like you said, I don't have no issue with her. I have an issue with the system. The system has to change. I mean, once again, we as people have to really, force the change and stay at it. Because once again, it ain't gonna change if we don't do nothing about it.
Imagine how she felt after she pulled that trigger.
Yeah.
I haven't killed anyone or shot anyone before, but if I shoot or kill somebody, I'm gonna feel real rough because I'm not gonna know where my life is going from here.
Yeah.
She's feeling good right now.
She knows where her life is.
She's going to sleep good at night. She's sleeping good at night.
And even in this crazy situation, she can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
That's what I'm trying to say.
She can see the silver lining in this cloud.
There won't be no silver lining for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's the problem. And that's the problem that we really run into. And like I said, we gotta figure something out, man. 'Cause like I said, it just seems like it ain't getting no better. It seems like we'll inch forward, and then we'll take a half a foot back. We'll inch forward, then we'll take a half a foot back. And like I say, if this one doesn't go, doesn't go right. 'Cause like I say, just looking at all the accounts and the evidence, a lot of attorneys and DAs are saying, hey, this is probably murder. It's probably a first-degree murder charge. It shouldn't be manslaughter. Because once again, at the different levels that this went to, like I said, as the evidence started coming out, we're going to see exactly what went on. Because it's kind of like you said, that door locks on its own. Only way that door opened was he opened it for her.
Mm-hmm.
And she should have been able to see, like, instincts. These things kick in as a police officer. Once again, you've got a gun on you at all times. You're allowed to shoot this gun whenever you feel like it. So if you can't make judgment calls based on the obvious, something's wrong.
It is.
There's more. There's definitely more to this. Like you say, they may have had a history that we may not know about. The apartment people may not give up all of the evidence. You never know. What exactly went on. But I do know a lot of times. I mean, I've stayed around a few cops, and sometimes they do try to act like they're the owner of the property because they're a cop. They'll come down and say, I do this and I do that. And first thing I tell them, man, you got to talk to the people in the apartment. I rent, you rent. Your job is just a job, man. You can't come down here and throw this at me like I'm supposed to care. I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? So you
Mm-hmm.
gonna come down here and give me even more reason why? You see what I'm saying? I mean, I'm pretty sure both of them, he already knew this.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes, you know, the cops, like you say, they will escalate it.
They'll flex their muscle.
You know,
it's
and
a sad situation.
Yeah.
They will flex their muscle. Like most of the time, man, all of that ain't even needed.
Yeah.
Just because naturally as black men we're bigger in stature. I mean, we may come off aggressive, but that ain't what it is. And they're already they scared from the point they get out the car and they see your skin color, and that's a sad situation, man. Like, I mean.
It's just something we gotta work on. I mean, amongst our own.
That's what it is. Like I said, community policing.
Yeah.
That's why they need to get out in the community. I mean, and get to know people.
Yeah.
You know, because like I said, man, the world is going in a rough place. I mean, not to say that it ain't already been here, but you would think by now we'd be done progressed to seeing each other, you know, as brothers and sisters, not as enemies.
Yeah. All right, but I mean, man, well, man, we finna get ready to go to break real quick, man. But we're gonna translate this into this Kaepernick thing, man. What you think about this Kaepernick thing?
I mean, hey, old Colin, everything is is divided by racial lines. Everything is divided by racial lines. The people who wear Nikes, you know what color they are. The people who are burning their Nikes and saying they're not wearing Nikes anymore, you know what color they are. It's all divided by racial lines. At the end of the day, Colin Kaepernick told you, I'm not kneeling in disrespect to the military or to the flag or to the country. And he was told to kneel by a veteran. So, I mean, we'll see.
I mean, and that's true. And we're going to dabble into that in just a minute. Because like I said, that's the key to all of this. People don't understand. He was told to kneel by a military person.
Yeah, because he was sitting on the bench.
I mean, and that's crazy. And that's why I say people don't, they're avoiding the issue because they want to. I mean, we're going to go ahead and go to this break. I got Monica, but you should have known better. This is the All the Above Show.